All right, we are on live now. On talking YouTube. I will take the questions. I put the questions in the chat. Let's start. First question. What do you usually do in your free time? Who wants to start talking? Responding?
I can start.
Okay,
Well,
welcome.
I don't know. For me, it depends because sometimes I like to go to the gym. I like to practice something outdoor, like I said before. Or even when I have much more time, much more free time, I like to take a trip, even a short trip. Uh, I have a motorcycle, and sometimes I like to go to the beach, even go and went in the same day. Here in São Paulo, we say that it is a bate-volta. Yeah, and sometimes I like to do that. When my daughter is here with me, I like to go to the park with his. Uh, and sometimes I like to watch some movies. I'm not usually watching a lot of movies, but when the weather is not good, I like to stay at home, to enjoy my home, and watch a movie, spend some time with my dog, or this kind of thing. How about you, Yara?
So for me, as I said before, I like to be in the middle of the nature. I think that that's something that really recharging at some level. So when I have free time, when I'm not working, I like to go to place that I can connect with it. So go to hikings and I don't know, beaches, as I said before. And I really like to do yoga and meditation. So sometimes I go to this, and I that's something that helped me to get uh, good mental health. And also when I'm not doing this thing, I usually to go to my friend's house to play board cards. So yes, that's I really like this as well. What about you? Let me see the names here that I did see. Karini.
So in my free time, I really like to read. I read a lot. That's why I have like I I use my Kindle all the time. So if I have I don't know 5 times free in my day, I go to read in my Kindle, and I really love to go out with my friends and go to a samba and go to the beach and try to like Elton said, like a really short trip with friends and try to go with my dog too to this trip to go to the beach and make these things really to go out and be near to the nature. And about what about you, Christian?
So, in my case, nowadays we don't have too much time, free time here with my wife because we are spending most of the time studying or preparing ourselves for reach our dreams. We have most free time on weekends, so we try to visit different places here in Curitiba. We consider this city a really beautiful city, the capital of Paraná. So we are kind of new here. So we have been living here for just 9 or 10 months. So we have a lot of places to know, to visit here, different nature parks, different restaurants. We most of the time spend our time together, watching TV, studying and practicing English as well, or watching different series. We really enjoy as well cooking, because we are from Bolivia, so there are some times that we miss our food, Bolivian food. So sometimes we try to prepare it here in our house. That's it. Knowing different restaurants as well. We love Brazilian food as well. I really enjoy going to churrascarias here. Different pizza buffet. I think that's it.
Thank you, Christian. About me, I like to. It depends of the weather. I live near the beach, so sometimes I like to go to walking near the beach, and I also like to play piano and to draw. Um, I have tried to do activities outside a monitor or outside a digital interface, because becomes so many time in front of the computer, in front of other screens, makes me anxious. So I try to in my free time, I try to do activities outside or out of the screen, out of the screen. Né? Meditate too. I like to play board games with my friends too. That's it. Next, let's go to the next question. Let me see here. Do you prefer spending your free time indoors or outdoors? Why? Uh, Anyone want to respond?
I totally outdoors. Like my whole week is indoors with the computer in front of me. So the things I really don't want to stay in my house during my free time. Like I really love my house. My house is like okay, it's a great place, and I really love her. But it's like when you are when you spend so much time indoors, the anxiety scream, right? So for me, it's 100% outdoor. And what about you, Elton?
Yeah, like you, I prefer to spend my free time outdoor. I feel alive when I go some kinds of activity, or I mean physical activity. By the way, last month I ran 21 kilometers. It was my first half marathon. And yeah, when I was a child, I hated the exercises. I hated this kind of thing. So now that I have a better condition, I have more maturity. I like to try every kinds of sports, of physical activities. So I'm learning a lot with that. I believe that it helped me with my personal growth as well. And Tali, before that, I was feeling very anxious, and I just wasted my time in front of the computer, and it wasn't good for me. Now I'm trying to have a work and personal life balance. Well, and you, Tali?
Me? Um, I prefer to spend my time outdoor because I live near the nature, near the beach. I live near of some, how can I say, parks, but they are reserva. They are like reservas naturais with social projects. So I like to go to these nature places. Ali é Rio de Janeiro, and Rio de Janeiro is very rich in nature. When I am indoor, I have indoor activities. I prefer activities that are outside the screens, like, for example, to play piano and to draw in paper. Nowadays, I prefer to draw in the paper, not to draw in the computer, for example, because we stay all day in front of the computer for working, for study, for practice idioms, and when I have the opportunity to go outside the screen, I prefer go outside the screens to spend my free time. And about you, Christian?
Well, I consider myself as a indoors guy. I don't really enjoy going outside. I think that I prefer being here in my house, doing different things. Even though I am almost all of the time in front of my desk, I think that I prefer being here. I don't know why. My wife is the kind of person who really enjoy going outside or visiting different places, and um, when she wants to do that kind of activities, I got with her without problems. But if it would be my choice, I always will choose to stay here in my house, doing different things like watching TV, like um, and other things like that, watching series. I used to play video games when I was younger, but I stopped it. Nowadays, I'm more focused on my studies and on my self-preparation, um, and my languages learning as well. So I consider myself as a indoors guy. That's it.
Thank you. And about you, Yara?
So for me is when I was younger, I was like super outside girl. I couldn't spend even a day without going outside just to see, just to have hang out with friends or see the skies. I am like this as well. I like to go outside for at least one time, but now that back that time it was about my anxiety. I could stay home. I felt like stuck, and I wanted to go do something. But in the last couple of years, I I went in a self-discovery journey that really helped me to deal with it. So I enjoy nowadays. I enjoy stay at home and just stay with myself and get some time to think and sometimes with myself and do some stuff that I really like. Watch TV series or meditate or do yoga or whatever, or just staying silent. I really enjoy this. But also, I love being the outside and hang out with my friends and go to the nature, as I said before. So I think I'm the middle nowadays. I like to go outside, but I also like to be at home.
Very hybrid. Thank you, Yara. So let's go for the third question. Are there any hobbies you enjoy? What are they? Let me see. Christian or Yara want to respond? Question 3. About
Yes,
hobbies.
hobbies. So my hobbies nowadays, I can relate with Christian, or I don't know if it's there, but the guy who likes to exercise. I am like this as well. I like to try different activities. So nowadays my hobby is uh, play volleyball in the beach with my friends. Also football. I really like to write. I'm a writer in my professional, but I like to write for myself as well. This is a hobby for me. What else? I think that's it, most. What about you, Christian?
Sure. Well, I already said I really enjoy playing football, but sadly I didn't find a group of people for who play with here in Curitiba yet. Maybe in the future. And as well, I really enjoy playing volleyball. When I was younger, I used to play so much volleyball in my free time. I participated in different championships in my country. So, but I stopped them because, I started working and I stopped a little bit practicing volleyball. Another hobby that I had in the past was playing the piano, but I stopped it because I don't have a piano anymore. I had a piano in my parents' house, but then I got married and I had to leave my house, so I don't have a piano anymore. So I stopped it. And another hobby that I really enjoy and I am still doing nowadays is singing. I really enjoy singing the church. So I participate in different chorus in my church. So it's something I really enjoy doing, singing. Um, and I think that's it. Uh, and you, Elton, could you please share something with us?
Well, like I said before, my current hobbies is the physical activities, like go to the gym, run, and swimming. But nowadays I'm trying to play the guitar. Uh, I'm procrastinating that a lot, but is a thing that I would like to achieve because is more intellectual activity, and I believe that it can be good for me to, I don't know, to take my mind out of work or to think in new things. And I'm trying to get the habit of reading as well. Uh, but for me, that things are very difficult because I have a problem to stop and try it. If I go to the gym or I go run, it's easier for me. I don't know why, but I just put my clothes and go out to do that. But to stop at home, sit down and get a book or get the guitar, for me is difficult. I don't know why. And you, Karine?
Um, my hobbies nowadays is I skateboard and I really love paint. It's paint? Yeah, I think it's paint. And draw. And now I really try to learn a few musical instrumentals. Yeah, so it's pandero. I don't know how to say this in English, and repique. It's been a challenge because for me it's too difficult, but I'm trying. And for me is and interesting. Elton, you say like for you it's so simple to put a outfit and go to the gym. For me, it's like I know is I need to do that. Like now I go to the gym every day, but I start to go to the gym for me it was so stressful and so hard because like, oh, I don't want to go to the gym. I don't wanna like feel my muscle hurts. I don't wanna, but it's like I'm 30 plus, so I know I need to go to the gym. But for me it's complicated.
Uh, as I said, I like to play piano and to draw. I also like to go swimming. I swim early morning, Monday to Friday. I go swim. And I also go to the gym 3 times per week, but I prefer much more swim than go to the gym. I think go to the gym is very boring. the exercise you do in the gym, I think it's very boring. Also, I like to study. Study for me is a hobby. I like to study new things, learn new subjects. Besides English, I also study Spanish and Chinese. Other times I like to play. Sometimes when I had time, I like to play video games and watch shares when I'm okay to have entertainment in a screen because sometimes I don't want to be in front of a screen to have entertainment. Let's go to 40 question. Um, how often do you spend time with your friends or family during your free time? Yeah. Okay. Christian, can you respond?
Yeah,
How
sure.
often?
Nowadays I don't spend so too much time with my families and friends because I live in another country. My family is now in Bolivia. I have a brother who lives in Sao Paulo, by the way, but we moved from Sao Paulo to here, so we don't spend some time together anymore. In fact, I will be traveling to Sao Paulo tomorrow. I have a meeting, so I'm gonna spend some time with my brother and my sister-in-law. And here in Curitiba, I think that we don't have still any friends or people that we really consider friends. We just have acquaintances here, but I think with the time, maybe we're gonna find some people who hang up with. Um, my my wife's uncles lives here. He's Bolivian as well, and he has siblings. Sorry, he has children, but we don't spend too much time with them. We are most of the time just my wife and I hanging out and doing different activities. So nowadays we don't have too much time for spending with our families or friends. And yeah, that's it. What about you, Yara?
So I'm living in Rio de Janeiro, but only with my girlfriend. We live together, and we usually to hang out with friends or like just she and I. But my family is in Belém do Pará and Santa Catarina, so I don't usually spend time with them. But when I was with them, living at the same state or city, we used to hang out a lot. I really enjoy hang out with them. Um, but with my friends here, I have friends for about 15 years since I arrived here. So we usually to spend a lot of free time together. Um, yeah, I think that's it. What about you, Elton?
Well, I'm more, I'm much more quiet nowadays, but sometimes I like to go out with some friends to listen to pagode and drink some beers, and have a lot of fun. But about the frequency, I believe that nowadays it happens just about twice or three times a week, a month, sorry. And yeah, that's it. Like nowadays, I like to enjoy my free time with my daughter. I like to go to the park, and I'm not. I'm not anymore a guy that like to go out with friends every weekend than before. And you, Karini?
Like I grew up watching Friends and How I Met Your Mother, and imagine like, oh my God, uh, when I was be an adult, I'm going to see my friends uh, every time, like during the week. And now I'm a grown up person. It's like okay, when you you have a day free for next month. It's like that because like the routine is so rush, and I see my friends like a few times in the month, like for only in the weekends, because during the week is simple impossible. But I see my friends in a okay when we have time. And my family lives in Brazil, lives near in the near neighborhood. My sister don't live in Brazil, lives in another country. But I really see my parents like 1 week. I don't know how to say 1 week yes and 1 week no, but yeah, it's okay. And you, Tali?
Um, sometimes for me, sometimes take a month to find my friends to go out to an event or to go to play board games. I never haven't been that person that like to go tonight rolês, né? Tonight places. I never have been that people. I always preferred, since I was young, I always preferred for example, call my friends to come home and to play video games and to watch something and to buy something good to eat together. I don't drink either. Um, so for me, it's difficult. Sometimes take months to finally do something with my friends because this is adult life, né? And in my family, I live with my father because he is elderly. He is 75 already. My parents are separated, and I needed to take care. I prefer to take care of him because elderly people sometimes can fall. You need to take care of our parents when they become older. And my father is already older, 75. Um, and I do a lot of things. I have NGO, I work, I do a lot of things. So it's difficult for me to find my friends. Let's go to ah I forgot something. I'm a Taoist and I go to a temple in Rio de Janeiro. I have the colleagues that are Taoists too from the temple. So I can hang out with my friends, with my colleagues from my religion too, as a Taoist. Question 5. Do you like watch movies or TV shows when you have free time? If so, what are your favorites? Elton or Karine?
Well, like I said before, just when the weather is cold or at night when I don't have anything to do, I like to watch some kind of medieval TV series or movies, like House of Dragon or God of Thrones or this kind of TV series. And yeah, that's it. How about you, Karine?
I really like to watch TV series or movies, but it's not all the time on my free time. But I really like, I don't know how to say, Studio Ghibli. It's
A
like
Studio Ghibli.
Ghibli is one of my favorites, and I really love it. And like I uh my last and like the for me the last one that I saw the TV series was Dark. Dark for me is like a series, like incredible series, and I really like Game of Thrones and House of Dragons. But now I don't have a series to say, oh my God, this is this is it, right? Is I'm a orphan of a good series. And you, Yara?
So I really love to watch TV series and movies. Um, Let me think about my favorites. It's hard to say my favorite, but some I say um, something that is in my mind. Nowadays, I'm watching for the third time Atypical. This is a TV series that I really like, and I'm also watching Modern Family, but I like also Orphan Black. I think it's a really good TV series. And This Is Us. Um, I don't know, a lot of them, and I really like it, watching movies as well. One of my favorite is La La Land, and I really love musicals. And I also like doramas. It's drama from South of Korea, so I really enjoy them. And yeah, I'm a TV series person, a movies person for sure. What about you, Tali? Tali, did you answer it? I don't think you did.
Not I like to watch movies and the TV. I prefer animations than live action series. I also love Studio Ghibli movies. Spirited Away is my favorite movie. Um, I have been watching some Dogma that are animations or series from China. Um, yeah, some animation, Japanese animations. It's difficult to find a good anime today. But normally, I prefer to watch animations besides series with live action with people. And about you, Christian?
Well, I consider my favorite series Breaking Bad. I watched it, I think 5 or 6 years ago. But so far, I consider that it was the series that I enjoyed the most so far. We watch different series with my wife together, like Young Sheldon, Stranger Things, Any with E. We watch as well La Reina del Sur and in Spanish and others. I don't remember all of them. But lately we were just searching on the internet some recommendation of different movies. I think that the last movies that we watched were The Beekeeper, Don't Sell on Netflix. Um, I don't remember the others one, but my favorite series I consider Breaking Bad so far.
Thank you. Now everyone responds to 5 question. Let's go to 6 question. Is there a sport or a physical activity you like to do in your free time? Elton already responded first. Who's the one to respond first?
I can do it.
Okay, Christian, go ahead.
Well, as I already said, I used to play a lot volleyball when I in the past, but I cannot do it anymore because we have not found a group of people to play with. But I think in the future we will have the opportunity to play volleyball here with my wife. My wife as well. She plays really well volleyball, so it's something that we have in common, and one activity that we can do together. So as well, I consider football one of the most favorite sports as well. I really enjoy watching football match on TV, and as well playing. I used to play too much in Sao Paulo because I had a group of friends to play with. But when I moved here, I started playing because I have a group of friends so far. So, but I would like to have the opportunity to play again football, soccer. I really enjoy playing football. Nowadays, my wife and I, we both go to the gym every day from Monday to Friday, at least 1 hour per day. But I don't like to go to the gym. I just go there because I need it. I know that it's important for my physical health. um, yeah, I don't like it,
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
it.
I
And you,
understood so
Karine, go
many.
ahead.
I with you, Christian. Like, but it's funny because now like I go to the gym every day, and I wake up very early to go to the gym, like six, I think six a.m. to go to the gym. And if I don't start my day in the gym, it's like, oh my God, something is missing in my day. So it's very strange for me. It's like, why? How I become this person? But yeah, I became this person. And in my free time, in uh, a sport like I skateboard, and my process dream is to play uh, beach volley someday. Like I need to learn. I need to have money and time, and I don't know, live really near to the beach, but it's my present dream. And yeah, I think it's it. And Yara, you already said? Oh no. Oh, it's Elton.
No, I can answer. I really enjoy physical activities, as I said before. So I think my favorite one is go to the beach to play volleyball. Um, Also do yoga. Yoga is an exercise that really helps me not only with my body but also with my mind. Also football, but I'm not so good at. I I'm working on it, but volleyball. When I was younger, when I was a child, actually, I used to I don't know if it's play. I think it's not. I think it's to judo. So I spent maybe 5 years working on it, and I go to the competition and won prize. But it was when I was little. Nowadays, I rather play volleyball. But I really enjoy the other activities. Every game or sport that people invite me, I would try. What about you? I don't know who is
It's my
missing.
turn.
Okay, go.
Well, beyond the workout, swim, and the run, I like to ride a bike sometimes. And nowadays, I would like to try to play tennis as well. I have an uncle that is a teacher, so he will teach me that activity because it's an expensive activity. Uh, just a rich person play this kind of sport. Yeah, that's it, guys.
Yeah, about me, as I said, I like to go swimming. I wake up 5:30 a.m. more or less to go swimming, and Monday to Friday. And swimming is very important for me because it's also mental. It's not just physical because it works a lot of the breathing. So swimming isn't just physical for me. It's also work for my mind, helps with my anxious. I like to ride a bike. Um, I ride a lot a bike here in the neighborhood to go to the places. I did everything by foot or by bike. Um, since I live near the beach, so sometimes I like to try to surf with the bodyboard. That is the surf that you don't, que você vai deitado, the bodyboard. It's less difficult than the other that you need to ficar em pé. I don't forgot the name. Yeah, the classic surf. It's easier than the classical surf. Elton talked about tennis. I like to play tennis, but as Elton said, it's difficult to play to know people that know how to play tennis. Sometimes when I go to my mother's house, there is a condominium. It's a condominium of houses, and there is a place, a club, where there is a place to play basketball, volleyball, and the basketball is also a quadra, né? Is also a place you can play basketball and tennis. Sometimes I play tennis with the parede.
Yeah, it's like
I
squash, if
yeah
I'm not wrong.
yeah
But
with the
by
wall.
the
No, I play tennis with the wall.
yeah, but the name
Uh-huh.
is squash.
Yeah, and I just to practice sometimes because I don't know people that play tennis because play tennis is a little difficult to start playing tennis because the movements are like a dance, they are very specific. Badminton is much more easier to learn and you learn faster, but it's difficult to master it. Badminton. Okay, let's go to question 7. Do you enjoy reading books? What type of books do you like to read? Karine or Yara?
I really love read books. In the moment, I'm reading 2 books at the same time. One is Mandela, Way Lesson of Life, is about his life, and really good. And another is like I read a lot of books, but not this Mandela is like okay, it's a serious book, and the other book is like totally opposite. Is a series called I don't know how to say it in English. Is Trono de Vidro. Is really like how can I say that? Uh, uh, gen- how can I say is a Lord of the Rings, but with woman, and there's instead of like the men, and a lot of blood and magic, and it's yeah, I read all the kind of books. I read a lot, so I read like I don't know this month I already read like I think 6 books now, and yeah, I really love it. And you, Christian?
So I lately was trying to start reading because I have never been the kind of person who enjoys reading, but I know that it's important. So I started reading this year more than in the past. But I started reading books related of my career. So I am currently reading a book about design patterns that it's about IT, how to implement, how to understand design patterns in general and apply it in my job. And as well, I started reading a book in French because, by the way, I am trying to learn French as well. So, but I stopped it. I stopped to read it, and I think the title of the book was the Foreigner in English. In French, I think it's the L'étranger. I didn't finish it, but I am planning to finish this book in the next month, I think. Yeah, that's it. What about you, Yara?
I'm also a reader person. I have a Kindle like Karine, and I really enjoy read. So my I have I I read a lot of things, different subjects. But nowadays I'm reading a book, a really large book called, I think in English is, I think, A Miracle, A Course in a Miracle, something like that. In Portuguese, it's called Curso em Milagres. It's a 1,000-page book that is really good, but also really hard to read. So I visit there, I go back to read again, and it's about reflection. So I try to apply the knowledge in my daily life. This is one book, and also I read The Disappearance of the Universe. What else? I really love also books more light. I don't know if it's right, but I think you know what I mean. That is not so hard to read and just to pass time. So yeah, I cannot remember a name of a book more like this, but yeah, I really enjoy reading. I'm a journalist, so I couldn't be without like reading. So yeah. What about you, Elton?
Well, yeah, I really enjoy reading books, but not always I can finish them. Uh, and the most part of the time, I like to buy some technical books or even self-improvement books. And about the technical books, I like to read them because I can stay away from the computer. I would like to buy a Kindle as well. I believe that it can be better, can have less distraction than a cell phone or my computer. Because when I try to read it on my computer, I'm all the time losing my mind in other activities. And I don't know the reason, but I have this difficult. And I'd like to try to use the Kindle to read it because you can have a lot of books in one device in your hands, and it's easier to carry the books because sometimes you are with your free time and you think in a book but that book are not with you. And with a Kindle, you don't have this kind of problem and it can facilitate your life.
Good. I'm trying to create the habit to reading, but yeah, I also have difficulty to focus. I start a book and sometimes I forgot to finish them. And I remember months ago, oh my God, what happened in this story? This sometimes happens to me.
Exactly.
Yeah, I have to buy the printed version of the book to read, because if I try reading digital, I easily forgot to finish. But when the book, I also prefer to read the printed one when I can read, when I can touch. When it's a more technical book, I can read in the tablet. I don't have it. I Kindle. I have a Chinese tablet. I forgot the name now. That I use to read technical books. But when it's a narrative book, I prefer to have the printed version. Nowadays, I have been trying to learn some Chinese novels that they have translated in Portuguese. I hope in the future I could read the novels in Chinese because I study Chinese one day in the future. Uh, Everyone, guys, we are finishing because there is another section, another mission 2 p.m. So I will have to close the Zoom. Please fill our customer about your opinion for helping us from talking to improve the experience.